Sean Sewell with the Engearment.com podcast coming at you July 21st, 2023. Up a beautiful Jones Pass, just like last month. And in this episode, my goal is to cover what we've been doing, which is always pretty exciting, and what we have upcoming, which is stuff that you can look forward to and put in your calendar and even attend, as well as what companies we're doing reviews with, what meetings we have upcoming, and just a whole lot of things to get really, really excited about. So, if you're listening to the podcast, hope the audio is good. Just to give you insight what I'm using right now to shoot it, we have the Sony ZV-E1 using the DJI microphone. Got the little magnet clip right here in the fuzzy dead cat to try and block the wind. So that is the setup we're using with the Joby Gorilla Pod that they sent over for us to test a few months ago. So just in case you're a content creator and you're kind of curious what we're using to create this stuff, that is the setup. We're using the 11mm 1.8 Sony APS-C lens on here and have it zoomed in to about 1.3 so that we don't get that weird side shutter kind of barrel vignetting. And on the truck, we currently have the Free Spirit Evolution rooftop tent. Our dog Chloe is just pooped. We met some people from the backcountry ski group we help run. So that was fun. They just got done hiking and enjoying the area up there. As I always say, Sean's Run. They came from right there. And we all had a good time talking. Also got the Quiet Cat Ibex e-bike on the KUHL rack. Although next week we're getting sent the brand new, I don't think it's even out yet, and one XD super duper e-bike bike rack capable of holding, I think, 150 pounds on the first part and 120 on the second part, as opposed to this guy, which will hold, I don't know, 75 and 75. And this bike fell off on the way up on the dirt road. So I'm looking forward to testing out an even more robust setup for that. We've got the DJI Mavic Pro 3 going. In fact, I met a person yesterday who sold me a dishwasher, retired Marine, who was a professional drone pilot, and he was showing me his some footage, and he's using the Mavic 3 drone. So that's pretty cool. Small world, right? Running the Goal Zero with the Jennifer's, which is actually a copy of the Jackery setup. Dometic cooler, Dometic water pump system, among other goodies. We're testing out a brand new headlamp from Princeton Tech, which is made in the USA, and one is also made in the USA as well. Oh my gosh, what else we're testing? I got the Yakima Major Shady and the Major Shady extra awning. We had a review up on that last week. More solar panels, some from Goal Zero. Just, a whole bunch of fun stuff we're currently testing at the moment. I'll be shooting reviews on a few other things I can't disclose because they're under embargo. Okay, so let's jump to the big stuff. Kind of got you caught up on some of the stuff. The big stuff, my goodness. Okay, so we just had a StrongFirst Foundations course at our gym, Axistence Athletics, this last weekend, hosted by Anilisa and Maggie Burrows, with great instructors. Abby Guttinger, our fellow Engearment writer, put together. My colleague Ryan Humphreys and several of our members from the gym attended. Body weight, kettlebell, and barbell course. They loved it. Next month, of course, we're having the SFL. That's the StrongFirst Lifter certification. That is a professional certification 3-day course hosted by my good friend Michael Doc Hartle, who is very humorous, as I always try and inject that bit of comedy. Oh, hummingbird. Check that out. Woo. Got some beautiful wildflowers up here, and apparently hummingbirds. I did not know we had hummingbirds here. And ground squirrel, as well as some pika, and up there a little bit higher with some marmots. So good, cool wildlife. Oh, these ground squirrels are almost domesticated. It seems like they do not care about humans up here, which is pretty entertaining. All right, StrongFirst. In September, my colleague and friend and mentor Derek Toshner will be hosting the all-terrain conditioning seminar. That will be, I'll be doing the virtual part, so the broadcast, video, and audio, Zoom. And he's going to be at our gym, Axistence Athletics, for that. And then the next month, October, travel down to Phoenix, Arizona for the Teachers of Strength on Friday. And then that weekend will be Hector, Pavel, and Fabio hosting the Programming Demystified seminar. So we'll get the chance to work with them, as well as Brett Jones, just an awesome guy for the Teachers of Strength. So practicing the audio and video, and I got a camera coming in that's even out until end of this year. This tracks people on top of the other Sony cameras, and microphones we're testing out. It's gonna be a fun production. A lot of learning, a lot of teaching, whole lot of strong people in one area, in one room. I guess well, internationally too, because we're broadcasting internationally. And then later on this year, we'll have more StrongFirst courses at our gym here in Denver. So if you're curious about StrongFirst and you want to learn more about the StrongFirst lifter, the all-terrain, the foundations, barbell, kettlebell, you know, we will have more events, so stay tuned for those. I'll put links below if I remember to do so. Okay, so next week we have a really big event, Wednesday and Thursday. We have 6 of us going, teams of 2. So 3 teams of 2 with cameras and microphones. I can't even recall how many meetings we have. Let me get my phone out so I can check out the calendar. Here's the list of people we're meeting with. It's just mind-boggling. Okay, I will not bore you too much here. Meeting with Cascade Designs, which would be outdoor research, ThermaRest, MSR, most of it made here in the US, up in Washington State, Scarpa, Rosinol, Gore-Tex, Ortleib, Gregory backpacks, Toad & Co, Outdoor Research, love Outdoor Research, Royal Robbins, Adventure Wagon. In fact, we did a review on the Adventure Wagon last September. Love that thing. Our colleague Devin Michael is going to take out the Adventure Wagon in 2 different configurations with her fiance and dog, so stay tuned for that. Wyoming Whiskey, Nomadics, they make some really cool stuff. Just did a review yesterday on the Normatec backpack, so not to be confused with Nomadics. Arcteryx, yes, Deadbird, we've meeting with Deadbird, and then we go meet with EXPED. I love EXPED. Got the EXPED Mega Mat up in that rooftop tent right there. Lifestraw, they do fantastic stuff, not just for water purifiers for us, but you know, other countries as well. And then Vask boots and shoes, love Vask. In fact, oh gosh, I got to reply to Vask to test out their new crossover shoe. Then we go meet with Hest. Then Mystery Ranch. Love Mystery Ranch. I got 3 prototype backpacks in the truck that I can't show you yet because they're not out until spring of 2024, and it's currently, what is it? Summer of 23? Got a long ways before those come out, but we're testing them. And we'll be testing them on the trails back up there. We're actually setting up camp tonight to claim this spot right here, which is a really cool spot, by the way, because my wife is coming up tomorrow, as well as our colleague and fellow Beacon Bash brother, Wade Lancaster, and his daughters will be coming up here to camp for their very first time. So we get to turn these 2 little girls onto camping. I can't wait. I'm so excited. I love getting kids camping. They're such sweethearts. And those girls help us run the raffle for the Beacon Bash. All right, segue to Beacon Bash. So the Beacon Bash. Had a meeting with Sean Eno from Weston, Wade Lancaster, myself, and Winter Park Ski Resort. We are going to be hosting the 6th annual Beacon Bash at Winter Park. This year they're throwing us a stage and bands, whole big hoopla, advertising on radio, probably on newspaper, on local media. It's a big deal, big deal. It's 6th year doing it. We raised, I forget, $5,000, $8,000 last year. Several hundred people in attendance. Everybody froze their butts off because the sun went behind a mountain earlier than we anticipated, and we did the raffle too late. So we're going to do the raffle earlier this year, so definitely come. And we're toying with the idea of not having to be present for some of the raffle stuff because a lot of people came in and then they needed to leave for whatever reason, family obligations, work obligations, and they couldn't be present, so they didn't want to donate because you have to be present to win. We might change that rule this year, especially if we do a silent auction. So we'll have a lot of things being offered from just amazing companies like we did last year. I won't even try and list off the companies. I think we had 9 tables of gear from all the companies, Mammut, Ortovox, BCA. I won't try and list. I tried to for a second and I just get lost. But yeah, Beacon Bash is on in a big way. So yeah, Winter Park is throwing down some major resources to make it happen again. So we'll be at the base of Winter Park on December 2nd, 2023. So put that in your calendar. If you are somewhere around Colorado, it's worth coming down and checking out. In fact, well, it's just before I push record, 2 people from up there came down who were at Beacon Bash last year. Beautiful small world, right? And if you're watching this, there's a nice sunset about to happen. All right, back to the meetings. We go from Mystery Ranch to KUHL. Man, I love KUHL. Let's see what kind of cool stuff we have in the truck right now. Yeah, there's a cool duffel bag right there. The Escape duffel. Love this thing. Badass. There's the Normatec backpack I was talking about. Low Alpine camera case. Peak Design. Oh yeah, Peak Design's got some new stuff coming out. I don't know if I can say that yet or not. Well, I just said it. We'll have it next week. And when the embargo's lifted, I'll have their video review up on that. Peak Design, awesome stuff. Just so functional, so beautiful, so streamlined. Yeah, good stuff. Oh yeah, so we meet with KUHL. Love KUHL. Pretty much halfway on where now is KUHL. Then we go to La Sportiva. So you climbers out there can rejoice. Then we meet with Osprey. Osprey is fantastic. Local Colorado company at, oh, I'm going to say this wrong. Ure. I probably said it wrong. Whatever. But, all right, that's just day one. Day two at the Outdoor Market Alliance, OMA, we have Gordini. Our colleague, Raphael Peace. I'm sure I mentioned this before. Raphael Peace, his last Teton Gravity research movie was with Jeremy Jones, and he's a good friend of mine. I was texting with him last week. Fellow Engearment rider, stud. It was his birthday last week, so wish him a belated happy birthday. Black Diamond. Oh, he works with Gordini. He designed his own gloves. Hope that's not embargoed. They're nice gloves, Ruffy. Good job. So we'll have that review up whenever they lift the embargo. Then we have Black Diamond. Yes, Black Diamond. We love Black Diamond. One of my favorite tents ever, Black Diamond Bomb Shelter. Right after my wife and I got married, we went camping, backpacking camping, and it rained. It started to rain, and like a typical dude, I'm like, oh, the rain will pass. Trust me. It didn't pass for a week. It was the biggest monsoon ever in Colorado, and it flooded the area where we're camping. So that's on me. I should never assume I know what the weather's going to do. Deuter, I'm not saying that right. Deuter, and Ortovox. I mean, Ortovox. Come on, love their stuff. Ortleib out of Germany. Great bikepacking gear. We did a review on their backpack maybe 3 months ago, and we're going to do some saddlebags on our e-bike here really soon. Sierra Designs. Oh man, we love Sierra Designs. My second tent was a Sierra Design 4-season external pull setup. Love that thing. It was the Convert 3, I want to say. Gave that to Aaron Rose and his family to use. It's such a good tent. Nog out of Australia. They make great bike lights and such. I'm going to say it's wrong because I can't speak Swedish. Knive, Mora Knive, the really budget-friendly survivalist knife company that our colleague Dan Jimenez is so proficient with and just such a big fan of. He's got reviews on their stuff. Chaco. So Chaco, obviously we love Chaco. Colleague Dev and Michael and her fiance Jeremy met with Chaco about 4 weeks ago, and made their own custom Chaco sandals. Pretty sweet. So she's got a video up on that. Speaking of sandals, my new favorite sandals, not saying quite a bit. The Bedrock Cairn, regular, not the 3D, but I'll get the 3D next week. This is the Cairn. Really comfortable because I don't want to gross anybody up, but there's the surgical scar from my foot surgery from a month ago, and these sandals play very, very nicely with that area, thanks to my friend Coach Adam Pierre for turning me onto those because they are fantastic. Okay, so we'll have Outdoor Market Alliance videos, probably 30 of them up next week, and then we'll have the And One new bike rack. Man, that bike rack, that KUHL has seen better days. It's a great bike rack, but not for a 85-pound full suspension fat tire e-bike. That's basically like a motorcycle trying to stick on there, and I've got like 3 strong tie-down straps, and it was not enough to secure that sucker. Anyways, Starlink. We've been using Starlink. I have a review up on the Starlink case as well. I feel like I'm rambling. Got a lot of reviews up, a lot of reviews. Okay, something really cool. Got invited to go backpacking with ThermaRest, MSR, Gore-Tex, Scarpa, and Royal Robins, a couple other companies. They're putting together this backpacking trip for some media folk. I don't know, maybe 6 of us, 4 of us, 8 of us, I don't know. But they invited me, and I felt really embarrassed because I haven't been backpacking in like 5 or 6 years. I do a lot of camping. I mean, every week, twice a week sometimes. Camping, sure. Tent camping, rooftop tent camping, what have you. But I haven't backpacked in years. So I'm a little bit embarrassed on that. But they said, don't worry, you know, just bring your personal items, you know, sunscreen, and we'll provide everything else, head to toe. Like they'll clothing, head to toe, backpack, tent, sleeping pad, food, libations, all of it. So my goal is to try and document that experience, probably using the DJI Osmo Action 3 and a Insta360 X3 360 camera to immerse you in experience. Taking a tip from my friends over at Outdoor Vitals, from that they'd carry the X3 all the time for their backpacking trips, and so I'll try and emulate their style. So shout out to Outdoor Vitals. Oh yeah, on Wednesday we had a review up on their brand new backpack. Their 30-liter fast packing backpack, which I have right here. Let's take you a little gander at it. Been using it for the last few months. I wasn't allowed to say anything until this week. It's not out yet. Hey Chloe dog. Yeah, there it is. The Outdoor Vitals, Fast Pack 30-liter backpack. I've actually been using it to go take Chloe on mountain bike trails. Isn't that right, Chloe? Yeah, you are tired. Okay, I'm gonna try and wrap this up. I feel like I've been talking longer than usual. I have 16 minutes, longer than usual. So yeah, I'll have some really fun insight on what it's like to go backpacking with backpacking companies. How cool is that? I'm super flattered and honored to get to go do that. Don't know if I'll take Chloe or not, but it's an 8.5 mile trek round trip, so it'll be a nice backpacking trip for sure. Yeah, Beacon Bash, Outdoor Market Alliance, camping with Gore-Tex and ThermaRest and MSR, StrongFirst events, tons of reviews. I'm sure I've missed 90% of them, but check out our Engearment.com website for those. Of course, our YouTube channel. If you want to see all this content that I just jammed into less than 20 minutes, consider subscribing to our Engearment YouTube channel. If you enjoy this format of just kind of run and gun with a dog, camping with beautiful mountains in the background, kind of podcast, vlog, recap of what's going on, let me know, because I'll make more of these. Oh, there she goes, chasing a pika. I love camping. I love Chloe. Love mountains. I should probably get after her. Sean Sewell, owner and director of Stoke 4 and Engearment. Hopefully you found this helpful. Hopefully for watching the video and you get to see the sunset behind beautiful mountain peaks and see where we test the gear, how we test the gear, why we love working in these companies that are so fascinating to us. Hopefully that's helpful. If it is, let me know in the comments below. And if there's other companies you think we should work with, put that on our radar, man. Let us know. We love working with new companies and going out and just doing our best to test things out in these environments that you see right here and have fun doing it. All right, I'm Sean Sewell, owner and director of Stoke for Engearment.com. Until next time, take care.